Okay, this video is for two main things. I'm going to walk you through why you should have an auto lead assignment rule or system within your business, why that's going to save you a bunch of time, money, make it easier for your sales reps, make it easier for you to close deals, why every business should have it if you don't, how Salesforce is going to do that, and I'm going to show you a demo of how we have it set up in our business. And then number two, I'm going to talk through, why we have it set up this way, the difference between maybe my business and your business, and how you can customize this to make it work better for you so you're not feeling limited by the way I show you right here. So I'm going to walk you through this real quick, and then we'll show you the demo next. So what we have up here is this is for our new leads, okay? So somebody clicks a button on my website that says, let's talk. It then will create a lead inside of Salesforce automatically for me. The first thing it's going to check when it hits Salesforce is if this person is a duplicate or not. I don't want duplicate leads. I want to keep my system, my data clean. So if it is a duplicate, we don't want to do anything. If it is not a duplicate, then we want to obviously go ahead and create that lead and then assign it to one of our sales reps to start calling them as soon as possible. So it hits this assigned lead, and then for the sake of this demo, I have this based on country. You can base this on whatever you would like. For us, it's going to be based on country. So if they say they're from the USA, we're going to go to sales rep 1, Europe is to 2, Asia is to 3, and Latin America is to 4. After we do that, we then want to send the sales rep a notification, let them know that they have been assigned to a new lead, because the time in between somebody being interested and you calling them is a massive difference of whether or not your competition or you are going to land this lead. And so we want to notify our sales reps to let them know, hey, you just got assigned a new lead, start calling them. So we can send this notification through an email, through Slack, or both. You could also do this with Teams if you're a Teams type of person. Right now on the demo, I just have this set up to send to our email, but you could do either one. We're just basically saying you can send some kind of notification to these people. And then lastly, as a nice little cherry on top, we want to automatically create the follow-up tasks for what that sales rep is going to have to do when they start reaching out to that lead. So you probably in your business have a series of things you want them to do for the first 7 days. For us, it might be, hey, we want you to try to make a phone call, then we want you to try to make an email, then 2 days later, we want you to try to do that same thing if they haven't picked up, and then maybe 5 days from there, we want you to loop in, your sales manager on another email and try to reach out to them. So you're probably going to have a list of that, things that you want them to do, research you want them to do on this person. That's what those follow-up tasks are going to look like. And those will automatically get created and attached to the lead as well so that they can just start marking them off. So your sales manager can keep a pace how quickly and what they're doing to try to reach out to this person. So pretty cool system here. Every business needs to have it. It's really, like I said, the difference between you landing stuff consistently versus not. So how does this work inside of Salesforce? I'm going to show you now. We have the very first thing I got to show you is just this code thing, okay? Don't get too caught up in it. But basically, Salesforce gives you some code. You take this HTML, you embed it on your website. So when they click that button, it appears as a form, okay? And then this is where they're going to fill out the information. Testing purposes, I just have it in this place that allows me to test it, okay? So don't get too caught up in how this looks or why I'm doing it this way. I'm just going to show you what this would look like in theory if I were to submit a lead. So let's put in my name, put in Jordan Nelson. That might be confusing because it's going to assign it to me too. Okay, let's just choose a random name here. We'll just do Jeff Smith. Cool, super easy. And then Jeff at test.com. Okay, company, testing. City, let's just say Salt Lake. That's where I'm at, Salt Lake City. And then country, we're going to put USA, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. That's what they're going to fill out on their website. And as you saw, after they hit that submit button, you can redirect them to a specific place on your website. So you can see my Let's Talk. They would click that. You would see that little form that pops up. They fill it out. And then if I wanted to redirect them to, my blog or my success stories or our services or our about page, I could do that right here as well. Or to another landing page that just says, thanks, we got your lead. Great, so we know that this went through because it's now giving me back the new website. So what I want to do from here is go into our Salesforce. So I'm going to refresh. It should be for my testing environment here. and you can see that Jeff Smith just came in, okay? I'm actually going to go to just a different view here so that you can see this probably more commonly what you're going to see. We'll just do today's leads. Okay, great. So now you can see Jeff has appeared, okay? I'll zoom in. And what you see here is all that information, obviously, that they filled out, but you can also see that this is now assigned to Jordan Nelson, myself. Why did that happen? Because we have those rules set up, like I told you, that if they put in USA for the country, it automatically goes to Jordan Nelson. I'm going to hurry and pause it so I can pull up my email here for you too. Since it's obviously me, it's going to send me an email that will also tell me some of those lead details. So I got that notification. Let me hurry and pull that up. Okay, great. So now we're here in my email, and you can see this is fine, some spam stuff. You can set this up however you would like as well. So in mine, I have this, for demo purposes, the lead subject is just going to say new lead alert. You can set that to whatever you would prefer. And I have this saying, hey, Jordan, so the sales rep's first name, and you can make that dynamic. So you can say, hey, first name, and then whoever the sales rep's first name is, it'll say. So, hey, Jordan Nelson, you've been assigned a new lead in Salesforce. And I'm even going to plug in some information before they even have to go to Salesforce to look at it. So here's the lead's name. Here's their lead email. Here's the company that they say they're working with. And then better than that is if your sales reps, which they probably do, work out of their email a lot of the time, trying to reach out to people, I have a link here to push them back to Salesforce. So they don't need to remember to do that. They don't need to remember to somehow try to find this person. They can actually just click this. And this will pull them right into our Salesforce, as you just saw. And boom, here you go. Here is the lead that we now have. Okay. So I'm going to hurry and refresh this. And what you'll now see too is those follow-up tasks. Okay, so I've refreshed the page. You can see here that we have these follow-up tasks as well that are going to be related. So obviously you put this to whatever you want. They can be titled whatever you want them to do. You can set the due date to whatever you want them to be. So depending on when you guys want these people to reach out and do these tasks, you can set that due date. And obviously have some kind of description in here too if we were to click on it to see what this is all about. I do not for this, but in these comments down here, you could add in a description. Hey, this is what you got to do in order to complete this task. The cool part is you don't need to click into those as the sales rep. You can actually just mark these off from right here. And then your sales rep, or sorry, your sales manager, this is a great way for them to check in on progress. Hey, did Jordan follow up with Jeff? What has he been trying to do? Did he reach out? Did he make contact? And it should tell me by me keeping progress by checking these off as the sales rep. So really cool process. Let's jump back into the actual lead stuff now. So why should you have this? I feel like that makes it a little more obvious, right? Is there's a lot of time in between there that if you don't have a system, why it's going to slow you guys down, right? So if you get this new lead and then nothing happens or it doesn't import to your Salesforce or your CRM, well, number one, somebody's got to be in charge of that, right? And so likelihood that they're going to do that real time is slim to none. So you're going to get a lead, someone's interested, they want you to talk to them basically immediately, and then whoever's taking care of getting that from an inbox and then manually importing that or manually creating that lead inside your CRM for you, that's going to take some time. And likelihood that they're doing that all day, every day is probably slim to none as well. So maybe they do it once a day at the beginning of the day. Okay, well, they came in, slightly after that. Now you have a 23-hour delay. They create that lead. The next problem that you usually have is that they could accidentally put the information in correctly. So they put the wrong phone number, they put the wrong name, they put the wrong email. Your sales rep then goes to reach out to them and it's incorrect, right? They don't reach the right person. They think it's a bad lead. Likelihood of you trying to figure that out, that it was wrong, is also slim to none. And then lastly is the auto assignment piece too, which is, okay, they create it and they put it in the queue. Does somebody just hand select that? Do you need to assign it to someone specific? Does that person creating the lead know that they need to do that and assign it to a specific person? So you're putting a lot of manual effort into this in hopes that you're going to actually land this lead. And because it takes so much time and there's a lot of room for error, chances are low and inconsistent that you're going to be landing a lot of these leads. Whereas you just put this all in, it automates it for you. And then you know every single time the information is correct, it goes to the right person, it assigns it to them, it notifies them for you, and then it creates those follow-up tasks so you can keep a pulse on whether or not they're actually reaching out to these people. This is going to be one of the key steps that you'll want in your business to get to the next revenue goal that you guys have.